Yay, yay. Welcome to the Tim Hayn Podcast, episode 4. Here we go. We had a little hiatus, a solid break between the last episode and now we're back. I wanted to come on and give you a life update, let you know what's going on, as well as talk about my most recent show at the Venice West on Cinco de Mayo. That was one of the best nights of my life. We're talking greatest hits material. That night was incredible. I'm still, weeks later, I'm on cloud nine, still basking in the afterglow, still buzzing. Had Jasmine Gavada on drums. We had Brad Babinski on bass. So Jazz and Brad joined, had a power trio. We rocked it. We had a fantastic rehearsal the night before. Really put on a great performance. Like, usually I'll watch footage of myself later and I'll be like, I know I had a bunch of things the mistakes that I want to improve, but we did really good. I'm really pleased with our performance. And the turnout was amazing. Thank you, everybody. Thank you to all of you guys for coming out. The Venice local community and my fans and friends from all over LA really showed up, and we packed the place. For my set, the place was packed. So it was a locals songwriters night, or a locals night is what they called it. And I had the second slot. 4 artists performing 30-minute sets. And for my set, the place was packed. So thank you, everybody, for coming out. It was such a fun night. And I have the highest praise for the staff at the Venice West. Their sound crew, the sound guys, were incredible. Lyle and Jam, amazing sound guys. We felt like we sounded great. Like, the stage sound was awesome on stage. People in the crowd said we sounded great back there. Like, the blend, the mix, my guitar solos, you could hear them. It was always like it's always funny when the guitar solo is like low in the mix. Guitar solo sounded great. My voice was sounded really good in the microphones. I was just super stoked. Very, very pleased with the staff, with the sound crew, the vibe, the immaculate vibes. I mean, just the energy of the room was incredible. I filled the dance floor by the end of my set. Thank you to my friends coming up and dancing for the last couple of songs. That was just all-time good vibes. Like, when I'm playing my tunes that I wrote and there's people in the crowd that are dancing and singing along and having a good time, like, that's nothing better. That's like the epitome of living my dream. So thank you to everybody. It was a fantastic night, fantastic show, and there's more coming. Got a rooftop concert coming up at my place in Venice. I think July. We haven't knocked out the date yet, but I'm thinking maybe July. Ooh, now that I'm thinking about it, it either will have to be June or August, actually, because I think my band might be leaving. All right, so I got to figure that out. Life update. Now that we got that out of the way, so now we have a life update. So, as you know, I work for Instacart to, to supplement my income while I'm in between gigs. And gigs, they come in waves. Sometimes gigs are back to back to back, and I'm making good money, and then sometimes it's just dry. And it's been a little dry lately. And Instacart just fired me. Instacart deactivated my account with little to no warning. I went to go work one day and I couldn't. Like, your account's been deactivated, check your email. I checked my email. It's like an automated AI chat bot situation. So they said I've been fired, and the reason why is very vague. There's no specifics. They don't tell me, like, you did this wrong at this time and this date at this location. They don't give me any information. They just say that I would pick up an order and then take too long to start shopping, which I don't believe I've done. So I tried to appeal, and I sent an email of appeal requesting a manual review, like I would like to speak to a human being about this. No, they just automated reply to my appeal. 45 minutes later, not enough time for someone to actually manually go over my account. And they just give me an automated, yeah, appeal denied. You're fired. Fuck you. Like, what? So my main source of income that I quite literally depend on I just got the rug pulled out from under me in the last couple weeks and got no job. So I immediately applied for DoorDash. DoorDash has accepted me, and now I'm on this like brand new probationary period with DoorDash where I don't get the best orders. I don't get the perks. Like I have to pay my dues and learn everything from the ground up again. And it's pretty frustrating because I just figured out Instacart and was actually making even more money in the last couple months with Instacart than I've ever made before. So it's pretty devastating. At the same time that this is happening, my phone was getting on the fritz. I have an iPhone 13 mini and I dropped it a few times and it was cracking and the screen was breaking and it just stopped working. So now my phone that I use for these delivery driver services is now broken and needs to get repaired or replaced. But the money it takes to repair or replace the phone, I need the phone to make the money through DoorDash, and the phone's broken, so I can't make the money. And so I was like, oh my God. So I got pretty overwhelmed lately with how frustrating just life is and how overwhelmed I am with what am I going to do? How am I going to figure this out? Somehow I'm in like a really good attitude about it though. Like several weeks ago, I mentally was doing a lot worse. And now things are actually worse. Like in my life, like mathematically on paper, things are way worse now than they were before, but I'm doing better mentally. I'm just kind of like, all right, well, I'm doing everything I can. I'm I'm taking actionable steps to move forward and be better, and it's just profoundly difficult. And I feel like I'm just being bent over by the universe. And I'm just like, all right, well, I'm trying my best here. Um, I got a brand new phone though. I turns out I got the Apple Care protection plan, so I just had to pay like a $58 deductible, and I got a brand new phone, a brand new iPhone 13 mini, new version of the phone that I had before. So that's great. I don't have to worry about spending a bunch of money on a new phone, so that's a fantastic solution. I just figured that out yesterday and got that solved, and so now I'm back. I'm back into the land of making money and Instacart, or not Instacart, but DoorDash and things like that. So trying to figure it out, doing everything I can, staying positive. Life is hard, but here I am having a real good time figuring it out. And I felt like I was treading water, like my head was above water, and I was like not having a good time. I was mentally like not doing too well. Now I'm doing way worse. And now it's just my mouth and nose just above the surface. My eyes, my whole head is underwater, and I'm just like just barely hanging on. And I somehow have a much better attitude. Like I'm doing worse, but my mind is doing better. It's pretty funny. But yeah, things are working out. Things always work out in the end. I got a new phone. Fantastic. This phone's going to help me make some more money. Things are going to get better. Things always get better. So, keeping a good attitude. I'm keeping a good positive mindset. I'm taking actionable steps moving forward. The dream is still alive. I'm doing everything I can to better my situation and better myself while maintaining a positive attitude. What more can you ask for? You know, there's an analogy. I work construction a lot too, and in construction, problems happen all the time. But all you can do is be like, okay, well, where was the point of failure? Figure that out. Let's fix it. Do you have to replace the part? Do you just have to, like, what do you have to do? And so I'm working on a job site. I fill up the wheelbarrow with too much dirt. So when I go to move the wheelbarrow, it just tips over, and I dump all the dirt gets dumped out. It's like, well, what are you gonna do? Cry about it, bitch about it, yell about it, like whine about it? It's like there's nothing that you can do except pick the wheelbarrow back up, grab the shovel, and start digging the dirt and refilling the wheelbarrow and remembering not to fill it so high. That's it. It's like, how do I solve this problem? All right, I just got to shovel the dirt. That's it. So I'm out here chopping wood, carrying the water. That's all we can do. That's all that any of us can do, no matter how hard and difficult our lives are. What is the next actionable step that I can take to better my situation? That's it. So that's what I'm doing. I love you guys. Thank you for listening. This is the end of the podcast, episode 4. Thank you so much for being here along this journey. I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Later!